tengo una altísima consideración de Héctor como futbolista y me parece que tiene, si me pregunta, si él no me preguntó, pero si me hubiera preguntado, vengo a Houston, le hubiera dicho que no.
Eso te iba a preguntar.
Sí, no hubo
intervención tuya para nada.
No hubo intervención.
Probablemente no te gustó.
Pero no se lo hubiera dicho exclusivamente por el tema selección. Se lo hubiera dicho porque él era un desperdicio que él no siga compitiendo en el alto nivel. También entiendo hay una cuestión de cansancio, de fatiga mental. Son muchos años. Hay un montón de situaciones. Pero la verdad es que a mí me parece un desperdicio que ese tipo de jugadores no se queden jugando en el alto nivel, porque cuando juega es un lujo verlo jugar.
All right, Herc, Tata Martino calling Hector Herrera's time in Houston a waste, shots fired from Tata at MLS, or was it at Hector Herrera? What do you think?
Both. I think it's directed at both. They are shots fired. Are they warranted? That's a different question. I actually asked Carlos Vela about this, and Carlos was adamant that if he was a Mexican national team coach, yeah, he has his reasons. I'd want my players playing at the highest levels as well. I want 30, I want 50 of them playing in Europe at the highest of levels as long as they can. But guess what? These are humans, and they decide what's best not only for them, but for their families. So if Hector Herrera, and this is Carlos Vela saying it, chose that at his age, 33, turning 34 years old, wanted to, and saw a good opportunity to go play in Major League Soccer, then so be it. But Tata Martino, shots fired? Sure. Are they warranted? Also, because as a coach of the Mexican national team, of any national team, you want the best possible team. And yes, guess what? Being a player that plays in Europe means you are a better player than if you play in Major League Soccer. Highest of levels in Europe, I should say.
Sure. Look, if the last story made us think of Mexico's desperation, this story makes me think of Mexico's desperation as well, because this to me is a reflection of Tata Martino looking at that roster and saying, wait a sec, this guy could be playing at a place like Atletico Madrid and he's at Houston Dynamo. Well, okay, I got a bunch of other guys that are playing at the elite levels, right? No, that's the problem for Tata Martino. If he had 10, 12, 15 guys at the elite levels, he wouldn't be talking about this. You know what else would stop him from talking about this? If Hector Herrera right now looked great, if Hector Herrera had come to Houston and balled out, my concern when Ache made the move is that even just those few months in Major League Soccer would put him off from being at the elite level for the World Cup. Tata Martino, correct me if I'm wrong, is not saying this if he's not seeing a significant drop in Hector Herrera's game since he returned to Major League Soccer.
I can't even tell you it's been a drop in his game. He's not been available. That's a reality. He's a little older, longer in the tooth, and Father Time is undefeated, so who knows if it's the level or if it's injury or what the case may be, but it's funny. It is funny. The hypocrisy that comes out of FMF is hilarious to me because, Carlos Vela, please come back with us, please.
Yes.
Not Chicharito. Carlos Vela, it's okay for you to play in MLS. Come to us. Not Hector Herrera. He's wasting his time. So what is it?
So you know Hector Herrera very well, right? Like if I were a player and just before a World Cup, I heard my coach saying this about me, I'd be a little hurt. Now maybe you say I'm sensitive. How do you think Hector Herrera will hear these comments from Tata Martino? Because there are criticisms not just of MLS, but of the player himself.
So you said you would be hurt, right?
Yeah. Or like bothered. It wouldn't sit well with me.
For a second, bear with me. Carlos Vela, same situation. He would be bothered. Maybe there are other players who would be hurt. Maybe there are other players who are a little bit more sensitive and would feel like that's a betrayal. I think Hector Herrera falls along those lines. I think Hector Herrera would see this and feel a little betrayed, a little slap in the face.
Do you think it might impact his playing time at the World Cup? Like, do you think he's still the lock to be the huge piece for Tata Martino, or do you think this is a little bit of a warning shot that, hey, Ache is not at that level y'all think he's at, and he's not going to play the role in Qatar?
If he is healthy or anywhere near health, he will play because the dive or the step
options,
yes,
the options.
It's a Charlie Rodriguez or it ends up being a Luis Romo. I don't think that's where he wants to go with this.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.